You know, I've been reading lately this new book called The Color of Crime. Awesome read. And I can't say reality as if it's something that I just discovered, but it hit home a lot harder reading the statistics on the injustices and the mistreatment of our black women, women of African descent, not only in the slave experience in America, but in the world abroad. And it made me look at myself as well as other black men, but mainly first and foremost myself, because any video or any subject that I reference on, I'm checking myself first. And to all black women worldwide, I do apologize for womanizing you and taking advantage of a smooth tongue or trying to arouse your interest only for my own personal gain, knowing the history that is connected with the psyche of the black woman. You know, I read this morning where it was there's no way possible for it to be deemed illegal to rape a slave woman because slaves are promiscuous. You know, if you read between the lines, that's basically saying you can't rape somebody who wants it. And I just think about all these cowards, black men, who have taken it from a sister. And then or it was a situation where it was a gray area where they hollered, well, she wanted it, you know, she came over and we was drinking and she took her clothes off, blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. And you just get to thinking about when their ancestors and our ancestors, our great-great-great-grandmothers and great-great-great aunts and so forth, they were subject to that same argument by men who just were fucking cowards. And as history has transcended and continued on, nothing's changed. The only difference is we as black men have jumped on the wagon, and we love calling our sisters bitches and hoes and women and sluts and thoughts and jump offs and all of this, because we have been taught this unbeknownst to us, and it's transcended through our music, our culture, and just our everyday interaction with our women. And I can recall watching sisters get the hell beat out of them, my mother included, in the projects, and it was nothing. Like, there was no one went to jail, no one even jumped the guy, put their hands on him, or none of that. And you connect that with the time of slavery and how they had to just grin and bear it. And it's all connected. If you call yourself a player or a Mac or whatever, and you got a lot of women in your stash or whatever, you got a lot of women in rotation, and you take pride in that as if that's something to accomplish or an achievement or something like that, you just don't even realize, myself included at one time, how ignorant you are, because you're continuing a system that was set in place at a time when a woman not only didn't have a choice on who they chose to have their sex with, they were forced on it. There were even cases where a woman was raped by a white man, and the only reason the white man was prosecuted, a black woman, a slave woman, the only reason she was prosecuted was because she was another white man. I mean, he was prosecuted was because she was another white man's property. And he had to do something in front of the church. And she had to get beaten. So she got raped and beaten just for being a woman. Think about that, man. Next time you want to be player, Mac Daddy, bitches ain't shit, hoes and tricks and all of that, think about your ancestors, fool. Think about what they went through just for your dumb ass to be born. You wouldn't even been here if they wouldn't endured that shit. Stupid ass. And I'm talking to myself.